How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Casual Gamer. Today's going to be a quick video. I know I'm a little late to this, but I'm just going to share my thoughts on a new leak that has come out that reportedly Creative Assembly is working on a Total War Star Wars game. Now, for those of you probably watching this video, you're probably a fan of Total War like myself. I've been playing Total War since Rome Total War, and I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty hyped about this. If it's true. I know a lot of leaks and reports lately, if you've been following the Total War leaks and future updates, Warhammer 40k seems to be the next big fantasy game, according to a lot of people and a lot of talk that's on the internet. And there was a post on Reddit, or sorry, not on Reddit, on the Total War forums that basically talks about 6 current and future plans for the Total War series. Talks about 1 being Pharaoh, talking about just the expectations of that, the development of that, Warhammer 3, the future of Warhammer 3 and the DLC on top of that. And then it talked about a World War I Total War. And I'll just read these parts verbatim because these are the ones that are most important. But it talks about a World War I project. This unannounced project has faced very serious difficulties. Its director has resigned a year ago, and its budget has completely derailed, partly because it involves the creation of a new engine. It was originally planned for 2024, but it got delayed perhaps indefinitely. So who knows if this one is coming out? It seems like that was their next big historical Total War, and maybe they're changing, jumping ship off this and going to something else, or maybe it's just going to be delayed until they can figure that out. The next thing with Warhammer 40k, on the other hand, the development of 40k progresses without serious obstacles. The game was originally planned for 2025, which is just next year, but plans are subject to change. So I wonder if, I guess hasn't been a post yet determining if that's been delayed. So maybe they're still shooting for 2025. I don't know. However, it is not the flagship for the fantasy genre of Total War and serves more as a testing ground for the final and really ambitious project of CA. I wonder what they mean by final. I doubt this is, unless something's really going on, I doubt this is Creative Assembly's final project, but I hope not. But this is where it really gets into the leak, the one that I don't think a lot of people were expecting. Star Wars. This is the studio's big flagship. It has the potential to attract a huge audience, of course, and can also rely on an enormous pool of DLCs for a long-term support and exploitation. However, it is still far from release, as at least 40k is in much more advanced stage of development. And then it talks about the Three Kingdoms 2, which had been canceled, and why that was canceled, but we won't talk about that here. And so that all of this stemmed from, I guess, DualShockers' report that the Total War Star Wars game was in development, and has been in development as of October of 2023. So they've been working on it for a little bit, and I agree. If this is true, I don't think we're going to be getting it anytime soon. I would love to be wrong. Like, I'd love if next year all of a sudden it's like, hey, Star Wars Total War is here. But I don't know how they're going to do this one. I don't know if it's going to be more like just kind of like Galactic Conquest in Battlefront 2, where it's like the Republic versus the Separatists, the Empire versus the Rebellion. Are they going to be very like small factions, small in the sense of not much to choose from, but a wide variety within, you know, the Republic, the Separatists, with lots of different units and, you know, alien species, things like that? Or is it going to be broken down to like you have the Republic as a whole, but there are separate factions within the Republic? You know, you have Naboo, Coruscant, like separated by planet with their own army and like maybe clone detachment or something. I don't know. I wouldn't mind, honestly, if it was a smaller, like it was just Republic versus Separatists or something, but you had a huge galactic map and you have space battles, you know, invasions of actual planets. Another thing that would be cool and interesting on the diplomacy side, if you could have some type of ability to convert like enemy Jedi, or, you know, well, I guess if you're playing the Separatists, Jedi or Sith, and be able to pull them to the dark side of the light and get them to basically change factions, that'd be pretty cool. But it's interesting to see how that works and what they do. I know a lot of people don't like the Warhammer fantasy. They don't like that the Total War games that are not super, I don't know how you say it, on the historical side, right? The enemy leaders aren't very powerful. They're more just support, morale boosters. And of course, in Warhammer Fantasy, it is, you have super powered generals basically. And I know some people don't want that. Obviously with Star Wars, that's what I would expect. I like it. That's what I would want. I don't want Darth Vader, if you play him, that he's just very weak. I want him to be wreaking havoc on the battlefield and scaring the opponents. But that we'll just have to see. If we get more information, I'll make a video of it. I'm excited for this. I hope it's true. I've been wanting a Lord of the Rings Total War. That's still my #1 Total War. Hopefully we get an official announcement of that at some point. I know the Dawnless Days mod for Attila seems to be going well, and it looks great. I can't wait for the campaign to come out on that. But an official Lord of the Rings Total War would be great, to actually have it be supported and have it be official music and voice acting and everything like that. Would be fantastic. But let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for the Total War Star Wars? Do you think it's true? Do you think it's a bunch of bullshit? Let me know in the comments. And again, I'm still excited for Warhammer 40K. I think that's going to be awesome. And if that comes out first, that will definitely hold me over until Star Wars. But it sounds like they got a bunch of great projects. Hopefully the development goes well for both of them. And I can't wait to see what they do. So that's it for me. Until next time, see ya.